When it comes to troubleshooting an E-10 on this fryer, it's not too bad. For a fryer with an active E-10 that won't reset, we can do the following. A quick way to rule out the momentary reset switch for the high limit being faulty and being the cause of the E-10 not working is to actually power down the fryer with the main power switch, and this is essentially doing the same thing that the high limit reset switch does. So then we would go ahead and power it back on, and if that resets it, then we know the momentary reset switch is faulty. If that is not the problem, then we are left with two components, that being the high limit probe and then the high limit PCB. We first need to make sure that the probe is mounted securely and not all carboned up, as this will lead to future ongoing issues. If that is good, then we can remove our access panel here with the screws at the bottom of it, then remove the two 3/8 mounting nuts on our PMU mounting plates, and then we will have the PMU brought down so that we have access to our PMU board. It will sit stationary like this as I have it shown here so that you can work on it. Now we can check our actual high limit probe in question. For full VATs, there will be 2 wires per probe and 2 probes per VAT for a total of 4 wires. For full VATs, we will need to check both probes as either probe can cause the error. For split VATs, you will only have to check 1 probe. To check that probe, we can unplug it from our PMU board here and then use our meter leads to insert into the connector and check the resistance reading to compare to the chart and see if it matches the temperature of our oil. Remember that we are using the 100 ohm scale at 32 degrees for the high limit. If the probe is found to be off and out of calibration, then we can proceed with replacing it. If the probe checks good and both probes for full VATs, then we can assume it is our high limit PCB board that is faulty and we can replace it. This PCB is replaceable separately from the PMU board. For a high limit that is intermittent, we suggest making sure the probe is clean and clear of carbon buildup first. Then make sure it is securely fastened and check all connections at the PMU board. If that still doesn't take care of it and we have checked our probe for resistance and it is properly calibrated, then we could try swapping the PCB for the high limit to another VAT to see if that problem follows.